Hello my dear viewers and also my dear students, as you watch this video on mathematics on how to draw a quadratic graph from the beginning to the end. So kindly just be ready, pay attention and watch the video to the end. If you haven't subscribed, kindly subscribe to my channel. You can comment, can hit the thumbs up, and I will get to hear from you. So thank you so much as we purpose to watch this video to the end today. So thank you so much. See you.
So we have a question on quadratic graphs. So this is a question on quadratic graph or function. So draw the graph of y is equal to 3x squared plus 2x minus 5 for values of x from x is equal to minus 5 to x is equal to 5. And we use your graph to solve 3x squared plus 2x minus 1 is equal to 0. Then 3x squared plus 4x minus 5 is equal to 0. And then 3x squared minus 5 is equal to 0. Then 3x squared plus 6x is equal to 0. So the first step we are going to do is to make a table of quadratic graph, and that is the table for y is equal to 3x squared plus 2x minus 5. So I need to make corresponding values of x and y, and therefore for x, y, the values of x is from minus 5. So we have from minus 5, minus 4, minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we need to make the corresponding values of x and y. So I'm going to use a calculator to feed in the values, and therefore I have this table from minus 5 to minus all the way to 5. So you can see the values of x, the range values from minus 5 minus 4, there is a difference of 1. So multiply 1 times 2, we get that is 1, the difference, 1 times 2, we get 2. So we get from minus 5, we move backwards 2 steps, so it will land at minus 7. And therefore in our calculator, it's at minus 7, then minus 7, click shift, then RCL or recall button, then the bracket closure, so it writes minus 7 the way to x for the range values of x. Then after that press alpha, then bracket closure, it writes x, then there is a difference of 1 1, so in this case plus 1, then shift RCL, then closure bracket. So from this point press the left key of the navigation key, then we enter the full colon marks, so alpha, then so from there now we enter this equation, that is 3x squared plus 2x minus 5. So let us enter. So 3x squared, then plus 2x, then minus 5. And then I press the equal sign. So the first value of x is minus 5, and here it has written display minus 5. So I press again, the value of y will be 60. Then press the equal sign again. When x is minus 4, y is, I press again, get is 35. When x is minus 3, y is 16. Then when x is minus 2, y is 3. When x is minus 1, y is minus 4. When x is 0, y is minus 5. When x is 1, y is 0. When x is 2, y is 11. When x is 3, y is 28. Then when x is 4, y is 51. Then when x is 5, y is 80. So at least those are the, now you have filled in the table, and therefore this is what we require to draw the graph. We plot the corresponding values of x and y. And therefore, before even we start drawing, we draw the Cartesian plane. We have the y-axis, x-axis. The maximum value should go for x should go up to 5. The minimum value be up to minus 5. Then for the y-axis, the maximum value goes up to 80. Minimum value goes up to, this is the maximum value, minimum value up to minus 5. So now we require to have a graph book, and then we plot the, so we need to draw that graph of y is equals 3x squared plus 2x minus 5. Right. So what we need here, take the ruler, need from, I have to balance knowing these values of x, maximum, minimum. The same case applies for the y-axis, and therefore in the x direction, how many boxes are there? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 2, so that's 19. Then upwards, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So they are 27. So 27 by 19. And here, so for my x-axis, I can take one big square, that is the scale for x-axis. So one big square to represent 1 unit. That's 1 unit. And for the y-axis, at least now there's a difference of 80, and I have there's a difference of 80 plus 5. That is a difference of 80. So I can take 100. So 100 I divide by 10. I divide by 5. That goes 20. So I can say 2 big square represent, that will be 10 units. So now I can draw, so I need to balance, draw from the center. So let me start drawing the y-axis. So from the top, so since the maximum value is 80, I write 80, 70, 60, 50, 40, then 30, 20, 10. Now where 0 passes through, that's where I will draw the x-axis. Then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then to the positive side, so I have -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. Then 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's okay. We have the x-axis and the y-axis. So from there, now we need to plot the points. When x is -5, y is 60. So when x is -5, this is where I place the ruler. That's where -5 is, 60, that is. So here is the point where I'm going to put the mark. Next, when x is -4, y is 35. So at this point where I've placed the ruler, that's -4, that 5, 30, then that 5, 40. So that 5 is at this point. So -4, that 5 as a point. Then when x is -3, y is 16. Remember, one small square represents one division, 1 in the y-axis. So when x is -3, y is 16. So here we have 15, then 16. So at this point there, when x is -2, y is 3. So we have -2, 1, 2, 3. So that's where the mark put. When x is -1, y is, here is -10, -20, downwards. So -1, -4 at this point. When x is 0, y is -5. So -5 is there. When x is 1, y is 0. So that's the point. When x is 2, y is 11. When x is 2, y is 11. We have 10, then 11. So at that point. Then when x is 3, y is 28. So we have 28 at this point. So we move horizontally. So that's where the mark will be. When x is 4, y is 51. 50, then 51. That's the point. Then when x is 5, y is 8. So that's the point. Once we do that, we are going to join the points. We draw a smooth curve. So I'll start from this point here. Draw it. So that's how we draw, and then we label. Now we label the graph. It's a graph of y is equal to 3x squared plus 2x minus 5. Now we have labeled the graph and we have drawn it. Now we need to answer the following questions. So how do we answer those questions? Part A of the question, use your graph to solve. Now, one thing I need us to note is from this part A, the graph we drew, part A is y is equal to 3x squared plus 2x minus 5. And therefore, this what we need to solve equal to 0, that is 0 is equal to 3x squared plus 2x minus 1. So we need to eliminate the coefficient of x squared so that we obtain a linear relation, and that is, so 3x squared, they have the same sign, so we are going to subtract the two equations. So y minus 0 is y, 3x squared minus 3x squared is 0, 2x minus 2x is also 0, then minus 5 minus 1, minus 5 minus 1, so we end up getting minus 5 plus 1, which is minus 4. So y is equals to minus 4. So what we need to do in this case, I'm going to draw the line y is equal to minus 4. So let us get to the graph and we draw that line y is equal to minus 4. Minus 4, so from here we move downwards, 1, 2, 3, 4. So at that point, we draw that line y is equals to minus 4. That is the line, I can label it y is equal to minus 4. So where it cuts the curve or that graph, we read the values of x. So at those particular points, so here that's where what we are going to read. So at this point here, x is minus 1 where it cut the curve. The other point here, so from 0 to 1 there are 5 small boxes and it is 1. So 1 divided by 5. So from here we need one small box represent what? And that is 1 we divide by 5, we get 0.2. So here there are 2 small boxes, 0.2 times 2. So or x is 0.4. So that is the value of graph at that particular point. So now we have solved for this, and that's what, if you actually use the normal way, you should be able to get x is equal to minus 1 or 0.4. Next, again, from what we have been given initially, what we drew was y is equal to 3x squared plus 2x minus 5, and what now we need to solve, say 0 is equal to, can be written in that way, 0 is equal to x squared plus 4x minus 5. Again, we need to eliminate the coefficient of x squared, and again here we are going to subtract. So y minus 0 is y, 3x squared minus 3x squared is 0, 2x minus 4x, that will be minus 2x, and then minus 5 minus 5 minus 5 minus 5, we end up getting 0. So this is what now we need. So I need just to make a small table for the corresponding values of x and y. I just need at least 3 points near the origin. Need 3 points near the origin so that I can choose the minus 3. I can take 0, and also I can take b2. So from here, when x is minus 3, y will be minus 2 times minus 3, that is 6. When x is 0, minus 2 times 0, that is 0. When x is 2, minus 2 times 2, that is minus 4. Now we can plot these points here. So let us plot the points. When x is minus 3, y is 6. So here is the point. When x is 0, y is 0. When x is 2, y is minus 4. So minus 4 is at that particular point. And then I take the ruler and join those points. And that is a graph of y is equal to minus 2x. Then, where it cut the curve at this point, I read off the x value, and also at this point also, I'm going to read the x value. So here there are 4 points, and that is x will be, so here it is minus 2, or this point, that is 0.8. Then part C, again, part C we have been given is 3x squared minus 5 is equal to 0. So from the graph we have drawn is 3y is equals 3x squared plus 2x minus 5. And then what we have been given can be written as 0 is equal to 3x squared minus 5. So again, we eliminate the coefficient of x squared by subtracting. So here we have y minus 0 is y. Then 3x squared minus 3x squared, 0. Then we have 2x. Then minus 5. Minus 5, we get 0. Again, we need to draw a graph of y is equals to x. Let us get the corresponding values again. So I can choose minus 2, 0, and I can choose be at least 3. Just 3 point values near the origin. Then when x is minus 2, y is 2 times minus 2, minus 4. When x is 0, y will be 0. When x is 3, y will be 6. Again, we plot the points. When x is minus 2, y is minus 4. So here is the point. Then when x is 0, y is 0. Again, that's the point. When x is 3, y is 6. Here's a point. So again, we use a ruler and join all the points we have plotted. And this is a graph of line of y is equals to x. Again, where it cuts the x-axis, we read off that value. Here it is 1.2. So x is 1.2, or the other value where it cuts there, since it's at this point, between, so that will be minus 1.1.3 minus 1.3. So that is the value for this. X is 1.2 or minus 1.3. The other one we saw it was x is equal to minus 2 or 0.8. Finally, we look at the last part D, whereby we have y will be is equal to 3x squared plus 2x plus minus 5. And what now we need to solve? 0 is equal to 3x squared plus 6x. Then we do the same by eliminating the coefficient of x squared. That will be achieved by subtracting the two equations. So y minus 0 is y is equal to 3x squared minus 3x squared is 0. 2x minus 6x, that will be minus 4x. And then we have minus 5. Again, we do the same by making a table for the corresponding values of x and y. And this case, again, we choose points near the origin. We can have minus 1, we can have 0, and we can have again, we can have say 2. That's fine. So when x is minus 1, so we substitute here minus 4 times minus 1, that is 4. 4 minus 5, that will be minus 1. Then when x is 0, substitute here, minus 4 times 0, 0 minus 5, so we have minus 5. When x is 2, minus 4 times 2, that is minus 8. Minus 8 minus 5, that is minus 13. And therefore, again, we do the same thing by plotting those points. So when x is minus 1, y is minus 1. So it will be at this point here. That's the point. When x is 0, y is minus 5. So minus 5, again it's at this point. This point here. Then when x is 2, y is minus 13. So we have minus 10, minus 11, minus 12, minus 13 at that point. So this is the point, this and this. And then again we use a ruler and we join those points. So this is the line, y is equal to minus 4x minus 5. Again, where it cuts the curve, it cuts the curve here at the y-axis, where x is 0, or the other point where it cuts the curve is at this point here, where it is minus 2.4, minus 2.4. And hence here x is minus 2.4 or 0. And that is how we solve a quadratic graph. Thank you so much. See you in our next video.